During the operation, the steel works from steel and cast iron suffer from corrosion. For increasing the length of surface of different steelwork elements, it is used the gasometrical spraying, the history of appliance of which comprised more than 50 years. Nevertheless, this problem remains relevant nowadays. If in stationary conditions, this problem could be more or less resolved on manufacturers, so during the installation and operation, nowadays, the most essential is the anti-corrosive protective covering with aluminum and zinc of various volume metal constructions, such as chisel and oil refining shelf platforms, bridge trusses, legs of high-tension lines, vessels, deck equipment, the elements of bridge cranes, solid fuel boilers, tanks, and other equipment which is used in aggressive marine environment and outside in conditions of increased humidity. The exciting technologies of anti-corrosive protection not wholly resolve the problem or just solve it for a short period of time. The private enterprise Science and Technology Center PROMAVTOSVARKA offers the complex of electric arc furnace metallization is intended for manual or mechanical coating of anti-corrosive covers, both in assembly and workshop conditions, that enables the work to be carried out in order to dross or abrasive-resistant covers, restoration of worn surfaces, decorative finish, cover materials, aluminum, zinc, bronze, and steel. The covered coatings implemented by cast thermal spraying with the use of both flux-cored wire and the wire of continuous section, requiring the chemical composition. The working principle of electric arc furnace metallizator lies in melting of two wire electrodes of electric arc formed between them and pulverization of compressed air liquid of dispersed metal by the jet of compressed air. The submission of the wire is produced by means of two synchronized electric drive. Melted metal shards get into the covering surface, link to it and create the continuous cover, while the width of put layer is regulated by the number of phases of metallizator. Its displacement velocity according to the surface to be mechanized. Fully loaded arc metallizator complex includes welding, rectifier, two electric drives for the wire submission to the area, metallizator, remote control and compressor. At the customer's request could be supplied an average kit without power supply and compressor. The technical characteristics of metallizator are provided in the Table 1. The technology of coating consists of three consecutive steps: preparation of surface, coating, post-combustion, machining, lacquer coating. The preparation of surface is carried out for the purpose to remove various types of pollution and giving it the required roughness for better coupling of metal spraying. More often, for such purposes, it is used abrasive flow machining by means of sandblast or shard pinning, while the prepared surface adhesively should be metallized not later than 12 hours since the end of preparation. The efficiency of the arc metallization process and the quality of coated covering depends heavily on selected regime of metallizator work. Meanwhile, the distance between wire melting point and metallized surface should be within 80 to 140 mm. The thickness of layer, the coating of flat surfaces account for 0.1–0.5 mm. The subsequent machining of coated covering should be laid on the reduced molds with the compulsory use of emulsion. It is possible to coat the extra protection with several layers of lacquer paint coating, which significantly increases the operational lifetime. So if the aluminum sprayed surface is used in seawater, so with a double lacquer paint coating, dependent from the thickness, the term of protection varies from 10 to 5 years. The economic value of the usage of flux metallization is quite high and proved for several times on practice, because of the cost recovery of acquired equipment, materials, performance of work will require not more than 2 years and the operational lifetime 10-50 years.